Who's in trouble? Who's got to go under oath pretty soon? It was a big part of J6.
I don't know. I think there has to be a certain point where the buck stops with him and you have to blame him and nobody else.
Close. I think I have a little stupid, crazy idea of that it's coming
I'm
really
not going to
close.
hold my breath, I got to say.
Well, who's in trouble? Who's getting
Who knew we would be as far as we were
who's got to
2020?
Who's got to go under oath pretty soon? It was a big part of J6.
I don't know.
Pence.
Oh, yeah. Well, you know what? Mike Pence is going to have a problem being under oath because, like many politicians, I don't think he even knows what the truth is, which is hard. The problem with that is that it's hard to convict somebody of perjury when you cannot prove that they know what the truth is in the first place.
Or that there was
it's hard to lie if you don't know what
there
the
was
truth
intent to malign or be malicious. You think, they did it, but it was an accident. Like Harry Dunn. Well, he might have misunderstood the crowd. He was saying, no, he lied. And that's the difference. Like a lot of people understand there is nuance involved. And, you didn't know. Yeah, some people know.
I would ask Mike Pence a whole bunch of questions that have nothing to do with January 6th if I could get him on the stand, like, things to do with him referring to his wife as mother and stuff like that.
Yeah. Well, you notice lately there's a lot of talk about 2020. I mean, voter fraud. Oh, it was fraud. It was fraud. It was fraud.
Well, I mean, that was why I was with you guys on January 6th to start with the Proud Boys specifically, was because I was covering specific cases of voter fraud, and I was there to, and it does, we were there. I was there with Biggs and with not with Enrique, but I was there with Biggs and with all the other boys at the Airbnb the night before, and it's one of those we know for a fact that there was no plan to go to the Capitol.
That's right.
There was no text messages. There was nothing to prove insurrection, and that's why no one was charged with insurrection. And it doesn't.
The jury didn't care about that.
No, the FBI even said that a couple months in. There was no real big plan. We didn't find a plan.
And I can tell you, having testified in that trial, like the government did not even try to prove that. They basically just tried to prove that, hey, these guys are assholes.
Character assassination.
Well, that's why I think that this goes back so far. With it starts years and years and years before this ever came to plan. It was an entire smear campaign from the mainstream media and from the left that culminated in this moment, so that people around the world would have no problem believing, this was an insurrection. This was and trying people unarmed, the most armed population showed up to the Capitol unarmed to try to overthrow the government by walking through the building with the police officer.
I thought you brought your gun. Well, I thought you brought your.
I thought you didn't bring your gun. Damn it!
All right, see, this is the point where I'm going to
party in the same costume. You know what I mean? We fumbled.
Yeah, this is the point where I'm going to offend everybody, and I'm not. I don't want to take up too much time on your show, Kim, because I know you got a lot to talk to Dave about.
Keep going.
I just want to be very clear. Like, a lot of people, I mean, a shitload of people on January 6th committed crimes that they deserve to go to jail for. Now, I think that most of those crimes.
Will agree with that.
Most of those crimes were on the silly side.
Dude, I agree 100%.
Where I would say, okay, yeah, somebody maybe a couple of weeks suspended sentence.
Serious crimes.
Fine, taking a shit in someone's office, which
nobody did that. Nobody did that.
That's that. Okay,
that didn't. I was gonna say you would know.
Yeah,
that's Shitgate. That's Shitgate. We can talk about that.
Okay, but regardless, there were definitely crimes that were committed that day.
Yes,
definitely assaults that were committed that day.
Horrible assaults.
There were also assaults by police officers that were committed that day.
Well, that's the ones I was talking about.
And everybody knows my position on Ashley Babbitt has not shifted at all. I think that's an instance of police brutality that should have been prosecuted.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
still should.
But I just don't like the idea that we get to a point where I think some people on the right, present company excluded, are insinuating that there were no crimes committed that day by people on the right. That's ridiculous.
I think
and then there are my friends on the left who like to say that everybody who was there that day deserves to go to jail for the rest of their lives, and that is ridiculous.
Right.
Okay.
Let me fix it.
Let's try to adjudicate things one at a time.
Let me fix the whole thing. Yeah. It's the same way we got them pardoned. And I know it doesn't make a lot of sense, and it's not always fair. But if you don't get due process, You
You don't
have
get to
to
hold
pardon the
people.
people. Now, it
Yeah.
doesn't say that they didn't do crime. Look, it was violent. And when I first put my first film out, MAGA was mad at me. You didn't do anything to help MAGA. You're showing all this violence. It wasn't a violent day. We aren't violent people. And I'm like, dude, you weren't there. Dude, that day was kicked off, man. It was crazy. And these people, whatever their reason was, yeah, it was a violent day. And I'm not here to hide anything about the day. What I was telling them is, look, if there was provocateurs or FBI agents, I'm the first guy told Massey about the FBI and Gosar about Antifa and all these people. That's why they went to the first hearings and asked Christopher Wray, was there FBI in the crowd? Was there Antifa in the crowd? Where do you think they got that stuff? Hello.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, we've been influences for a long time. We've known a lot of things, and we've proven it. It's not like just grasping from the air, man. But no due process is huge.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to